guys. So somebody was asking me if they could see my setup outside, because all I've had in all my videos so far has been set up in my living room. So so here is I'm just starting to the sunset has set, and I'm out at about an hour's drive from home, and it's the only thing I could find. It's kind of a parking lot that's actually cleared, so it's the only thing I could find with the snow cleared. So I'm setting up, and I just set up a little bit and then remembered to do this video. So you can see how things are going. I'll turn this thing around and then show you the setup. So here I am. The sun is setting. Had lots of light inside there with the car, but as you can see, it's getting dark, and you can barely see my setup. So this is it in the nice cold weather. It's about -10 right now, but it will probably go at the max -15 tonight. And down here is my power pack, and things are plugged in. So this is a cleared parking lot, and I got my car with the stuff out of the trunk, and I'm gonna get going. So we'll check in later. Okay, bye. Okay, so here I am inside my car, and I get to do my astrophotography from the warmth of my car. And so right now I'm gonna take some flats. Hopefully I'm gonna see if I can take some flats in this sky. It's dark now, but see what happens. And then I'm going to do a polar alignment. Okay, just did polar alignment. Polar error is 23 seconds, so that's great. But unfortunately tonight I forgot to level it because I haven't been out in so long. I forgot to do everything. But using the polar alignment tool of K-Stars and Ecos, I got a nice polar alignment of 23 seconds. Okay, so now I'm gonna go focus, and then I'm gonna try to take a shot of Orion, which I've never done with this scope, believe it or not. Okay, so I'm at the camera. That's how it flashes when it's untethered, but so I'm gonna put it in live view. There it is. Just feeling for the button. I know my camera, but Rigel's supposed to be in the middle there somewhere. And then I have a clear Batinov mask on there, which is supposed to give me a nice diffraction, but I'll have to get that. And then okay, so I couldn't see it, so I'm going to do this nice feature, which is capture and slew. So using astrometry, and I'm going to use my main scope and my main camera, and I'm going to give it like 5 seconds. That's enough for anyway. I'm at 3200 ISO, so alright, so we're going to slew to target. So it's going to do a couple of iterations until it finds it, so do that. Oh darn, I've got the Batinov mask on there, so it's not going to probably solve that. Oh, see? Beauty. Well, it's on Rigel. I don't know why I couldn't see that in live view, because it hasn't done anything yet. And that's the diffraction with the clear Batinov mask, and that's how you focus. And it's already almost perfect because I know the position it's supposed to be in. And okay, so I need to take that off so I can capture and I can solve and then slew. But at least I can focus it. All right. Okay, now, okay, it's beautifully focused. Let's try the capture and sol again and slew. Okay, so it's showing that it's off by 66 minutes or seconds. 66 seconds, I guess. Yeah, 66 seconds. Yeah, and it's set for accuracy of 30 seconds. And so hopefully it gets the second. So it should have moved it a little bit, and it's capturing the image and starting solver now. So let's see. Wow, 3 seconds. And this is my first time out with the refurbished HEQ5 mount, and it's got the quiet belt drive on it, and this is my first time with this, so wow, and it just zeroed in better than I'd ever seen it zero in. So I don't know, I hope that keeps doing that. All right, so now I'm going to set up a target and do some imaging. Okay, I thought I'd show you this because it's kind of cool. There's Rigel where I was zeroed in. This yellow box shows you the solver result and Rigel that I was looking at, and now I've come over to Orion Nebula, and that box is showing my camera, how much my camera view is. And I brought the mount over there. I just said slew to it, and now I'm going to do the solve and slew to make sure it's dead on. And you will see that yellow box end up there, and then we should be able to start imaging. So we'll go over here, capture and solve, because it knows my target. It knows my target is Orion Nebula. So you see, target's Orion Nebula, because that's what I told it to track to. And what I get, it's kind of an experimental thing. Oh, I didn't zero in on that one too much. Okay, it's getting close. Sometimes I've had trouble with it solving, like last summer when I was pointing. It seemed to happen when I was pointing high in the sky, kind of maybe in the eastern sky. And then I had this clicking sound in the mount, and I realized that my mount was screwed up, and that's why I refurbished it. So again, I'm back, same software, but a new refurbished mount, and whoa, look at that. 1.9 and 3.4 seconds off the target. That's amazing. Okay, so now we can go to the real thing. The real thing is the camera. We can do a fits, and I'm gonna do it at 3200 because I want to see the histogram, my exposure. With this thing, it's so bright that usually I do 30 seconds, but I'm really looking for the background. So I'm going to do 10 seconds at 3200, and we'll get the background, the histogram, to show the background light. With the fits, I get the histogram. With native, which was what I'll do imaging with, I don't get to look at the histogram, but it's faster. It gets the raw file from the camera, so that's what I'll do. So it's done the exposure. It's probably converting it to fits, and it will download. Oh, there it is. That was actually pretty fast. Okay, yeah, it seems to be faster. So there's my image. Look at histogram. So this is the background noise sky, and it's pretty low. It's down at 200, and that's fine. You know, I trying to put it at like 500. But honestly, the background can go. It's right against the right against the left-hand side, which is okay. So I'm gonna just go with this, and I'm gonna start using ISO 100 exposure, and then I'm gonna go like 1 minute, and then I'm gonna double each time, and I'm gonna go from there. Okay, so I'll get back to you. So I'm in the car, but I haven't got the heat on because I'm pretty comfortable, but my feet are getting cold, and these little wool gloves with just the fingers cut out are really good. They actually keep your hands warm and your fingers free to so but I want to warm up my feet without getting the car heater on, and so I got these foot warmers, and I'm gonna give them a try, put them in my big boots, and put on my big boots. So they don't last very long, but we'll see how that goes. I was going to use these things also for anti-dew on my scope, but then I discovered it doesn't last that long, but it does help. All right, that's it. So here's the sort of status screen. There's a small image of what's going on, and we'll just zoom it in full. But I think honestly that's the first shot I took. I don't think that's the latest. I'll show you what the latest is. Overall 66% of the shots, but they're getting longer and longer each time. So right now I'm over 300 seconds on this shot. So let's see, if I go to my schedule, I've completed 4 of them. So the last one was 240 seconds, and I'll show that to you. It looks pretty good. Again, it's well, it looks pretty good even on the phone. And it's getting it looks nicer on the screen because it has a little more detail. But yeah, that's a 240 second shot at ISO 100, and you can still see the center is not blown out, so that's good. And okay, we're in the middle of the shot. We got one doing and then one to go. And if we go to these, you see the, so the guiding is, see that right ascension blur? I don't know what that is. I wonder if that's the leveling. It's clearly right ascension, and the deck is nice. So if you look here, you can see the right ascension. The green is constantly correcting, and it looks regular pattern. So yeah, gonna have to think about that. If you got any ideas, let me know. But that's nice that it's, you know, at least it's not random. So I should be able to figure out what's going on there. Okay. Okay, so just thought I'd show you the frost building up on this case. Fortunately, it didn't do it
as much on my scope, but it was starting to build up. And those gloves I was telling you about that kept my hands warm but left my fingers free actually were not good enough once everything got cold. Tried to take things down, and I just about gave myself freezer burn on my fingers. So I had to put nice gloves like these, sheepskin, to keep my fingers from being burnt in the cold. Anyway, I'm taking it all down now. Things went pretty well. I think the only thing was the guiding, and I think that was probably just due to out of focus guider and because I had a double star. It looked like it was on a double star. Anyway, that's it for now.